This podcast is a member of the Red 5 Network. For more Red 5 Network podcasts and content creators, visit bio.link/Red5.
Hey.
Good morning, Nicole, Elfie, and Galinda.
Good morning. Oh Lord Almighty, this is gonna be fun and morning for us. We have not been to bed yet.
No, we haven't. Okay.
We didn't take a nap.
Nope.
Hey, nothing wrong with lurking.
Nope.
Nothing wrong with lurking. There's lots of times where I'm lurking on shows and I don't even say I'm lurking.
Yeah.
People just don't know I'm there.
Yeah.
Anyways, thank you. So telling us to have a good show.
Thank you.
We hope so. Should get interesting.
Yeah, it should.
Especially Kim. Will she lose her crap today?
Yeah.
You know what we need to do? Let's do something we didn't do last night at the end of the show that we were supposed to do. Let's do it at the beginning of the show now, just to make up for what we didn't do earlier last night. I don't know, it was like boom, oh, we gotta get off the show, and boom, like get off the show, and we got off the show.
Yeah, we did.
So let's do this.
Okay. Thank you, Adam Goswick, from A Certain Point of View podcast, for creating our new remix logo.
I really need to change that from new because
yeah, to just remix logo.
Anyways.
Support the show.
No. Get ready. Patreon's coming back May 1st. We announced it last night on the main show. May 1st, Patreon's coming back. It'll be $10, $5, and $1 tiers. And if you got any ideas for names for our tiers, go ahead and DM us.
Yeah.
Or even leave it down in the comments of this video.
Yeah.
And the three of us will choose the best
three names.
Yep. Right now, what is it? Fried pork is leading the list.
No.
Anyways, check out the ATSW family. Sidebar Cantina is live today at around about 5:30 Eastern. They're gonna be doing
Light something.
Yeah, Light and Magic from Disney Plus, episodes 3 and 4. On Wednesdays, you can check out ATSW The Escape Pod. And again, that's live every Pantless Wednesday on YouTube at 7:05 Eastern.
Yes.
So search out ATSW The Escape Pod. I don't remember what the boys are doing this week.
I don't either.
I was told about it on Saturday.
It was Saturday.
I played COD with those guys.
Yes, it was Saturday.
That was fun, especially riding along with Luna Girl. I was on the back of an ATV, and we drove right to an ambush.
Yeah.
Layman's Terms on YouTube.
Yes.
Keith Layman. Make sure you check out Keith. He's got a lot of drunken banter, always talking about magic and whatever else is on his mind.
Yes.
Stranger Things has happened with Don Della Snooch and Luna Girl every other Saturdays at 7 p.m. Eastern. Now they're watching Stranger Things, the hit Netflix show, and they're watching it for the very first time. They're currently in season 4 while I'm stuck in season 3 right at the moment.
I need to
get caught up.
Yes, you do.
Great reviews with Alan and Dragon Buddy. They're always Thursday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern.
Yes.
And if you need your horror flicks or horror fix. Oh, what? Scott?
Please get your shit together.
Now you're doing Nicole's thing. I guarantee she just did that.
I
know. But yeah, if you need to get your horror fix in, give them a watch. They got a lot. They're talking about a lot of great horror flicks. Some of them I haven't even seen, and other ones I have seen or I hadn't seen in 40 years.
Yeah.
Sweet Studios and Explicit Noise on YouTube.
Yes.
Watch both or check them both out. Sweet's always got something going on with music, regardless. Explicit Noise is his pretty much high school band.
Yes.
And they got back together and have done a lot of covers recently. And their last one was Something in the Way by Nirvana.
Yep.
Which they did a great cover to that song.
Yes, they did.
Orange and Pet Show on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. I'm not sure what their last episode was about.
Yeah,
I forgot to look, so that was my fault, but check them out. Orange and Pet Show on Spotify and Apple. And of course, we are part of the Red 5 Network. Go to bio.link/Red5 to find more exciting podcasts, including a gentleman that joined us last night, Sir Charles. Him and Pat have the show Conversations.
Yes, they do.
There's also Danny with Comics and Cosmetics. And a lot more to find there.
Yes.
So go to bio.link/Red5.
Including a reading club.
Including the reading. Yeah, I did not make a friggin' deal about the reading club.
Yes. There is also a reading club in the Red 5 too.
Go ahead. Talk about it.
If you're interested in joining us, just reach out to Nicole at PL Fandoms, or you can even put it in our Discord for use and abuse, and we can pass it on to Nicole for you.
Or you can even DM us at Use Abuse Pod on Twitter, and I will get the information to her.
Yes.
So if you like reading books right now, we're
finishing up The Martian.
We're reading the book The Martian.
Yes, we'll finish that up.
Yes. Anyways, all of our links can be found in the show notes, pinned to the top of our Twix page, or X, or Twitter, whatever you still call it.
I call it Twix.
I call it Twix too. Or go to bio.link/usedabusepod. And one other little side note, the TeePublic store is back up.
Yes, TeePublic is
all of the original. Yeah, I think I opened up there's one original design I didn't reopen. I did open up all of our other designs.
Okay.
All of our new ones, obviously.
Yes.
Our last old one.
Yes.
I think I'm gonna do our first one we ever did up there.
Yeah.
Just because it is kind of nostalgic.
It's nostalgic, and it is.
In a way. But anyways,
we need to get new designs too.
We do need to get
blah, blah, blah. Yes.
New designs. Yes, we got to get new designs up. Anyways, Kim, what are we talking about?
Exactly, Nicole. Porgs are friends. They're not food.
Oh. Well, you're supposed to be paying attention on your phone.
Anyway.
You're not paying attention on your phone. Your phone.
Anyway, yes, we are recapping.
Are you a motherless goat?
No.
What are we doing tonight? This morning. Today, it's like 9 UTC time, and it's 9 a.m. UTC time, 5 a little after 9 a.m. UTC time now.
Yeah.
5 a.m.
Eastern
on the east.
4 p.m. Central.
4 p.m. It's already 4 p.m. in the Central. Holy shit! Hey, Nicole, did you realize it's already afternoon?
I'm at 4 a.m. Central.
Good gosh. Okay, Kim, guess what? Just for you.
Please get your shit together.
All right. We're on a roll.
Yes, we are. And a little after
there you go, right there in case you're watching this later, there's where you can find Red 5 reading.
Yes.
And also there's ours for X also.
Yes.
Make sure you pause and type all that out. That's for us. And that is for Red 5 reading.
Yes.
Both on X.
Yes.
Twix, Twitter, X.
Yeah.
X-rated Twitter.
Sometimes it is.
Ain't that the friggin' truth? Anyways, we're not here to talk about X-rated Twitter.
No, we're not. We're here to talk about
What are we talking about, Kim?
the Chinese Grand Prix, which Formula One returned after
5 years.
5 years to China.
2019 was the last time we raced in China.
Yep. And also Talladega. Don't remember. I think it was like the Geico 400.
Talladega, the Geico 500, I think.
Yeah, Geico 500. Anyway, something along that. We're going to
Geico 500.
Yeah, we're going to recap all of that and update you on a few news things.
The Talladega 500 is on NASCAR's longest oval.
Yes.
2.88 miles for one lap.
Yeah.
It's the longest track we have. That's not a road course. We don't consider we don't count the road courses as we don't count those as this is the longest oval.
No, we don't.
So anyways.
Yes.
All right. Well, you want to do first? I guess we might as well get into Formula One.
Yes. And
we had a sprint race. Oh, yeah, I forgot about sprint race, didn't we?
Yeah, it was a sprint weekend. Also, this was the first time that there was actually, I think it's been a first time in a long time.
I think it's first time ever.
So first time ever that Formula One actually had a Chinese driver. And
no, it's the first time a Chinese driver actually drove on
his home soil. Yeah,
which is first.
Yep, which is a first. Which
Zhou Guanyu drives for Kick Sauber.
Yes.
So he got the race finally on his home soil.
Yes, he did.
But let's go ahead and let's talk about a little bit of the sprint qualifying, because we actually had 2 qualifying sessions this weekend.
Yes, we did.
We ended up with 1 practice session. Free practice 1,
which I think was good because everybody came in as an even playing field. They had no idea.
Really?
They had.
You think they all came in on the even playing field?
Will you let me finish? What I mean by that is nobody knew how these cars were going to act.
Right, and so we kept hearing this all weekend long from all the commentators that the track was painted black.
Yes.
Now, again, we have no confirmations on what they usually use, some type of traction compound on the whole track surface.
Yes.
Not sure if it was PJ1. Well, okay, Kim, you can get mad all you want, but here's the thing is, even if it was, I don't think it was PJ1, because PJ1 has to get heated up to activate. But the thing is if I remember hearing it correctly, they only did it for this weekend, and then they're ripping this track up.
Yeah.
Because this track surface has been there since they first started racing there, which was
2004.
I got it right here.
I think it's been 2004.
Yeah, 2004. Yeah, 20 years. So that track surface has been there for 20 years.
Time to change it.
Yeah, exactly.
So
let's go ahead and talk about qualifying.
For the sprint qualifying?
For the sprint. So we'll start with the bottom 5, because again, even regular qualifying, we go out, 20 cars go out round 1.
Yes.
The bottom 5 cars that are the slowest are eliminated. So the first 4 cars, right? Yeah. No, it was 5. So that was Logan Sargent with Williams, the American driver, Yuki Tsunoda for RB, Visa Cash App RB, that is, for and then Alexander Albon, the other Williams driver, Esteban Ocon for Alpine, which used to be Renault, and Pierre Gasly for Alpine also.
Yep.
Out for round 2, the next bottom 5, so 15 through 11. You've got Lance Stroll for Aston Martin, the rich daddy who bought his son a team to let him race.
Yep.
Daniel Ricciardo, the other RB car, Visa Cash App RB. Nico Hulkenberg for Haas F1 team. Haas is an American F1 team.
Yes, it is.
In 12th place, you have Kevin Magnussen, the other Haas F1 team car. And in P11, kind of a shocker here, George Russell for Mercedes. Now, the problem was we had the track was changing. It was actually, we actually had rain coming in.
We did, and we actually had a little bit of rain qualifying.
Right. And that's what happened with in the final qualifying session. We had rain.
Yeah, we did.
And this is why we got kind of a mix up in the
Yeah.
starting order. But qualifying 10th. Speaking of the Chinese drivers, Zhou Guan Yu for Kick Sauber.
Yep.
Starting 9th, Valtteri Bottas for Kick Sauber. So both Sauber team cars are up. I mean, we expect Valtteri to be up there all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's got a decent car, he'll be up there most of the time.
He will. He will.
If not, at least into qualifying 2.
Yes.
And then in 8th place, we got Oscar starting 8th. We'll have Oscar Piastri for McLaren.
Yes.
In 7th, here's the first shocker of the weekend.
Yeah.
First shocker of the weekend, Charles Leclerc driving a Ferrari starting 7th.
Yeah.
Sergio Perez driving the Red Bull.
Yeah.
Driving for Red Bull Racing in P6. Starting 5th, Carlos Sainz with driving the Ferrari. 4th place was Max Verstappen, your driver for Red Bull. So the top 3 ended up being Fernando Alonso driving for Aston Martin.
Yep.
Now Fernando, he's an old soul. He's an old man.
Yeah.
He's in his 40s now.
He is.
You know, and but he's still showing these young kids how to run.
Exactly.
Starting 2nd was going to be Lewis Hamilton with McLaren, Mercedes.
Yeah.
McLaren. He used to drive for McLaren, then left them to go to Mercedes.
Yeah.
And now he's leaving Mercedes to go to Ferrari.
Yeah. Yep.
And your pole sitter for the sprint race was Lando Norris of McLaren.
Yeah.
So great. Well, I mean, I kind of enjoyed it, but I mean, I think the sprint race ended up the way we expected it to end up.
Yeah.
We all expected. I think everybody expected the guy who started 4th is going to win the damn thing.
Yes, but he had to work for it.
He had to work for it, yeah. But let's go ahead and start with let's get to the sprint race, which was held on Saturday.
Yes.
Saturday morning, right?
Yes. Yes, Saturday morning.
Well, Saturday morning for China.
Saturday morning for China, but yeah, Friday night for
it was definitely Friday night for us. It was
like
what 7:55.
7:55,
so about 10:55 East.
Yeah.
Somewhere's in there. Fernando Alonso ended up DNFing.
Oh, yeah.
Did not finish. You remember what happened on that? I didn't realize you're going to be sucking on water at that moment. I asked you a question.
Yeah, I believe it was something that had to do with his engine or electronics not working or something. Okay. So
yeah, I don't quite remember what the hell happened.
I don't either.
Anyways, finishing 19th, Nico Hulkenberg for Haas. 18th, Logan Sargent for Williams. 17th was Alexander Albon or Alex Albon for Williams. Yuki Tsunoda finished 16th for RB Racing. Pierre Gasly finished 15th for Alpine.
Yeah.
Lance Stroll finished 14th for Aston Martin.
Uh-huh.
And finishing 13th was Esteban Ocon for Alpine.
Yes.
12th place was Valtteri Bottas for Kick Sauber. 11th place was Daniel Ricciardo for RB Racing.
Yes.
10th place was Kevin Magnussen for Haas F1. And 9th place was Zhou Guan Yu. Yeah. He started 10th, finished 9th. It was a great run for Joe in the sprint race.
Yep.
So again, just out of the points.
Yeah, just out
sprint
of
race. They only give you points up through 8th place.
I wish they would give at least up through 10th.
Well,
and then
hold on, we'll get into some news here in a minute. So your first point, getting the first point was 8th place George Russell from Mercedes.
Yep.
7th place Oscar Piastri from McLaren, got 2 points. And 6th was Lando Norris of McLaren. Started on pole. He got shuffled out. Oh no, he had a bad start.
Yeah, he had a bad start, and like you said, he ended up getting shuffled backwards.
All right. And so he ended up getting 3 points. Carlos Sainz finished 5th in the Ferrari, got 4 points. Charles Leclerc in the other Ferrari got 5 points in 4th, while Sergio Perez was on the podium in 3rd for Red Bull Racing, got 6 points. Lewis Hamilton started and finished where he finished where he started in 2nd place.
Yeah.
For Mercedes with 7 points. Really gave everybody. I mean, I even went in there thinking, oh wow, maybe Mercedes is going to be good this weekend.
Yeah, well, that was
we're back in China where, the last winner was either Valtteri Bottas for Mercedes or it was Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah, it was. And that was a win situation for Mercedes.
Right. And your winner of the race by a whole whopping 13 seconds.
Yeah.
Getting a full 8 points is Max Verstappen.
Yep.
For Red Bull Racing.
Yes.
Yeah, it was kind of exciting.
It was an exciting sprint. Yes, it was.
All right, we're not going to go over qualifying for the race.
No.
The main race. I don't really think there's like any surprises in there.
No, there's really not.
I'm looking here to see if there's anybody up in a spot we didn't expect. I mean, the only shocker out of qualifying for me was the fact that Lewis couldn't get the car underneath him and qualified 18th.
Yeah.
I mean, it was out in the first out of round one. Was like really crazy.
Well, yeah, because he usually goes into round
he's
3.
Definitely right. He's always in
round goes into round
well,
3.
what they call Q3.
3, yeah.
Right. All right. So let's go ahead and let's first talk about the did not finishers.
Yes, and this was due to either somebody going up their rear end.
Well, let's start with Valtteri Bottas. His engine blew. He lost his engine on lap 19, which started out with double yellow flags.
Yes.
And we meet her both like, why are they not putting out
a virtual safety car?
What they call a virtual safety car. In other words, all it is this: the cars, this guy could run at a certain delta.
Yeah,
it got to be between this line and this line by a certain time. And then, so at that point, a bunch of people like Charles Leclerc, they all pitted because they were going to get a free pit stop out of this, pretty much.
Yeah, they were.
Because I mean, normally you pit stop, you can lose about 24 seconds.
24 seconds here.
And under a virtual safety car, you're losing, or virtual and a safety car, you're losing only 15 seconds.
Yes.
So you're gaining 9 seconds of loss that you would have normally, got under green.
Yeah.
So a bunch of people pitted at this moment, except for Lando Norris.
Yes.
And the reason why was because by the time the virtual safety car came out, he was already beyond pit road.
Yeah, he was.
So now McLaren, because Lando, and at least Charles, they were running long.
Yeah, they were.
And, trying to maybe do a one stop, what we call a one stopper. And virtual safety car came out the wrong spot.
Yeah.
Lando didn't have time to dive on pit road.
Nope.
So it looked like he's going to get screwed in this whole ordeal.
Yeah, it did actually.
But lo and behold,
they could the car, I believe they
they couldn't get Valtteri's car out of gear
to move it.
It was stuck in gear, so they couldn't move it.
So it ended up a full-fledged safety car.
Right.
So then at that time, Lando Norris ducked into the pit.
Well, yeah, but before he did, Red Bull calls in Max.
Yes, it does.
And then what we call a double stack, called in Sergio.
And
the reason why, and for those of you that don't listen or watch F1 or whatnot, unlike NASCAR, where you've got, if there's 40 cars on track, there's 40 pit stalls. For Formula One, Red Bull will pit both cars in the same pit box.
Yes.
Out of the same garage area. So there's not 2 pit boxes, there's only 1.
And most of the time they don't do it. Most of the time they call one in and then they call the other. But this time they double. Yeah, a lap later. But this time they did what they call a double stack.
Right. So Max dives in, changes his 4 tires.
And then
Sergio comes in right behind him. And both
pit stops were fast.
Yeah. For Max, it was a 2.1 second pit stop.
Yeah.
And for Sergio, it was a 2.0.
Yeah.
Which is ironic because usually when they do double stacks, any team does a double stack. The first one's fast and the second one's a hell of a lot slower.
Yeah. And this time it was vice versa.
Yeah. I mean, Red Bull must have been really working on their double stacks.
Well, yeah.
They had to be doing something. Or I don't know what changed this. I mean, I don't know what changed on this one.
Yeah, I don't know.
Unless they got out there, maybe they got all the tires out there in the right time.
They could have, yeah.
Because usually what happened in a double stack, usually the second car is waiting on tires.
Yeah, and this time it was Max came in, got tires out, he went. Sergio came in, he got tires out, he went.
So we bunch everybody back up. All right, we got an exciting race now because at this point, Aston Martin pits Fernando Alonso, puts him on softs.
Oh,
we're like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
So we're gonna get safety car ends at lap 26.
Yes.
Max at the end of what they call sector 2, Max takes over the race
lead, or
he becomes the de facto safety car.
Yes, he does.
So he controls the speed.
Yes.
At that moment, he slows it down, so everybody bunches up. They take him down, come into the penultimate corner.
Yes.
Or the second to last corner, I mean. And a bunch of, probably about Carlos Sainz in line. Carlos decided to hold back a little bit to get a jump.
And then Fernando's.
Well, and then Fernando went, and then each car went after that.
But Fernando didn't.
What happened was, okay, Sainz didn't have to lock up, but yeah, Fernando was coming with such a high rate of speed, he had to lock up the tires.
Yeah.
And what that did is cause the Constantine effect.
Yeah.
And what that did at that moment was Lance Stroll had a brain fart.
Yes, he did.
Not paying attention to what was going on.
Nope.
Got on the binders on the brakes and slid right in the back of Daniel Ricciardo.
Yep. So then Hulkenberg went out and around him.
Right. So we get the green. Obviously, we get a green. We come around, I want to say about turn 3 or 4. Maybe, I think it was like 3.
Yeah, I think it was
2, 3, 4. 4, 5, 6, somewhere's in there. And Kevin Magnussen goes to make a move on Yuki Tsunoda.
Yeah.
And man, Kevin just wiped him out.
Yes, he did.
And we see Yuki limping towards the
limping home.
No, he limped to what they call an area you're supposed to take a car to if it's hurt. So that way we don't have a long safety car period.
Yeah.
And as soon as that happened, boom, safety car again.
Came out. Yep.
So we didn't even make a full lap and we got another safety car.
Yeah, we did.
So at this point, now Yuki Tsunoda's out of the race.
Yes.
So this is right around like 28, 29.
9, yeah.
Oh, then we got restart 26, so 27. Yeah, 27.
Yeah.
We got another safety car. I don't remember what time we got the next restart. Anyways.
I don't either.
But because and the reason why we brought the Daniel Ricciardo one is because when Lance hit him, so if this is Ricciardo's back end, this is Lance's front end. As he hit him, it lifted up Ricciardo's car up off the ground, and he slammed back down on Lance's front end.
Yeah.
Or the front nose, and ended up destroying his diffuser, Daniel Ricciardo's diffuser.
Yeah.
And after the team looked into it more, they realized that they had to retire the car.
Yeah.
So under green flag conditions, they end up retiring Daniel Ricciardo, who's your next DNF.
Yes.
But we're going to get to the end of this race because after that, I mean, only had an exciting moment. I mean, there was some great passing in the.
There was.
From like third on back.
Yeah.
Throughout this part of the race.
Oh, yeah.
Even like later on when Fernando finally got off the soft tires, put on medium tires, he drops like 13th or 14th and eventually drove it back up to
I thought he remained on soft.
No, he pitted for mediums.
Oh, okay.
There towards the end.
Okay.
About 15 laps ago.
Okay, because I thought he stayed. Okay.
No, it was probably the point you were sleeping.
No, because
he went on softs on that first on Valtteri's safety car. That's when he went on softs.
Okay.
And then he ran the softs until about 16 laps to go.
Yeah. Okay. I thought.
And then they pit because they were talking with him and asking him what he thought. He said mediums would be a great way to finish because he could at least get back up. I think Fernando actually thought he can get the top 10 only in 10th. I don't think he really saw himself getting back up to P7.
Okay. All right.
Anyways, let's go ahead and go over this.
Okay.
What?
No, let's go on.
Okay. Well, Logan Sargent ended up P17, but that was also with the help of a 10-second time penalty.
Yes.
For a safety car infringement.
Yes.
And what happened was Logan was coming down the main straightaway. Nico Hulkenberg from Haas was coming out of the pits, and they meet at there's this white line that goes across called safety car line. Nico hit it first, which Logan then should be behind Nico, and Logan went around him and never gave the position back.
Yeah.
So that's why he got a 10-second penalty and 2 penalty points.
Yes.
On his FIA license.
Yeah.
Finishing 16th, Kevin Magnussen for Haas F1. Finishing 15th, Lance Stroll for Aston Martin. Lance's day was pretty much ruined after that wreck.
Yeah, it was.
And he also got a 10-second penalty for causing a collision.
He did.
Which he threw a little baby fit on his radio.
Yeah, I know he did.
This is a joke, man.
Yeah, and it's like, you're the one that
God,
caused
actually
it.
sound like him right there.
He was the one
That's
that caused. Yeah, I know. He was the one that caused it. So,
finishing 14th, Joe Guan Yu for Kick Sauber. Joe put on softs too at the end, and he got around a few guys.
Yeah, he did.
He got around Logan and Kevin and Lance. He put on a good show. He was actually catching Gasly.
He was.
If he would have been a few more laps, I think he would have got Gasly, maybe even Albon.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he got closer to P10. But anyways, good run for the Chinese driver.
Yeah, it was.
In 13th place, we had Pierre Gasly of Alpine. In 12th place, we had Alexander Albon for Williams. And finishing 11th place was Esteban Ocon for Alpine. Now, mind you, none of these cars get points, regardless, even though they finished. Points are only awarded for the top 10 in Formula One racing. So, getting 1 point, finishing 10th place for Haas F1, Nico Hülkenberg.
Yep.
Finishing 9th place. What a friggin' drive for Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah.
Started P18, finished 9th. I'm sorry. I get it. Nico Rosberg was commentating with Cropsey during this race, and he pretty much told him, Lando Norris deserves to be driver of the day. And I'm like, no, man, Lewis Hamilton deserved it, especially if he can get back into the top 10.
Yes.
Where he drove up to P9, one spot away from being 10 positions. I mean, good Lord. That was a great run.
Yes, anyways,
so Lewis gets 2 points from Mercedes. Finished in 8th place. Oscar Piastri for McLaren gets 4 points.
I'm sure if he did tell his crew to suck it.
What?
When they told him to change his settings on his car, and
you talking about Lando?
Yes.
Right. He told him no. I'm not going to do that because even Nico's like, no, Nico Rosberg even said you don't do that.
Yeah. My point being that I don't care if he did tell his crew to suck it. He still didn't deserve driver of the day.
Okay, but that's got nothing to do with the reason why Nico was even saying it. Nico was saying he deserved it because of the fact that he's going to finish second. But really, I mean, Lando, he qualified 4th. He only went up 2 positions.
Yeah. Hamilton went up 9.
I know. That's why I disagree with Nico Hülkenberg or Nico Rosberg. Anyways, it doesn't matter. The fans voted, and we'll get there when we talk about the driver of the day. Anyways, 6th place or finished in 7th. We talked about it earlier, but it's Fernando Alonso getting 7 points. 6th place was George Russell for Mercedes, got 8 points. Finishing 5th, we expected these next 2 cars to finish, but Carlos Sainz finished 5th in the Ferrari, getting 10 points, and Charles Leclerc for Ferrari finished 4th, getting 12 points.
Yeah,
I sure in the hell did not expect them 4th and 5th. I expected them to be third and 4th, whichever one was going to be 3rd, whichever one was going to be 4th.
Yeah.
In your top 3 on the podium, in 3rd place, Sergio Perez for Red Bull Racing,
which was a shocker.
Yeah, well, Sergio, honestly, in the equipment he's in the same equipment as Max Verstappen. He should honestly be right behind Max in P2.
Yeah, I know, but he's flaky.
Right. And Sergio got 15 points. Finishing 2nd was Lando Norris for McLaren. Great finish for Lando and a great finish for McLaren. Yes. And that's worth 18 points. And the winner of the race is Max Verstappen for Red Bull Racing. Well, no shocker there.
No shocker
and only because of safety. If we didn't have the virtual safety car and the 2 safety car periods, Max would have finished more than 13.7 seconds ahead of Lando.
Yeah.
Right. Yep. 13.7.
Yeah.
I guarantee it would have been more like 35.
Yeah, he would have been
more.
Yeah, he would have been totally in another part of.
He was already in another. He was already halfway to Miami.
Yeah, he would have been He would have been all ready to Miami if it hadn't been for those safety cars.
Anyways, your DHL fastest lap award goes to Fernando Alonso.
Yep.
Your fastest pit stop goes to Red Bull Racing.
No shocker there either.
And they're actually saying it was a 1.90.
Wow, that was better than.
Well, I mean, you got to remember too, they round up stuff on the TV broadcast, so that was probably your 2.0 second one for Sergio.
Yeah.
And your driver of the day is Lando Norris of McLaren. I know, Kim. I know you're not happy.
No, I'm not happy at all.
Shocker. But nothing you can do about it. I mean, you got millions of fans voting. The voting's going to go however they went. Not saying they were really succumbed to Nico Hulkenberg, but you never know. Anyways, real quick, we're going to go over a couple issues that happened. We didn't talk about Pierre Gasly's unsafe release in the pits.
No.
What happened was they came in for a pit stop and Pierre went to pull out, and the tire came off and hit one of his
crew members. Pit members.
Pierre was worried, wanted to make sure the crew member was okay.
Yeah, breakdown in communication there because the left hand didn't know what the right hand was doing.
Right.
The left hand thought the right hand was done, and the right hand wasn't done yet.
Anyway, so after hearing the stewards heard from the driver of car 10, Pierre Gasly, team representative, reviewed positioning, marshalling, system data, video timing, team radio, and in-car video evidence, and determined that the driver of car 10 was given the green light to exit pit box. However, the right rear had not been properly fitted. The electronic systems that monitor if a tire was properly fitted did not pick that up. In addition, a team member incorrectly clicked the button to release the car, despite the tire not being fitted properly. As soon as the team realized the problem, they stopped the car and prevented the car from leaving the pit box. In all of this, a team member fell backwards and was lightly injured, as they say. The team member was able to continue with his duties for the rest of the race.
That's the one thing I can give them credit about, though.
Yeah,
is at least they didn't have him leave the pit box.
Well, he left partially, but as soon as it popped off, he.
Well, no, what I mean is he didn't get very far past the pit box.
Right. Oh, no, he got on the binders. He got on the brakes real quick.
Because if he would have got farther past the pit box than what he did, it would have been an automatic DNF.
Right. So, according to the stewards here, it was clear to the stewards that the driver was not at fault. He was given the green light and released the clutch and moved the car forward. However, he immediately stopped the car when the light turned red. We determined that the team was wholly responsible for what transpired. We accordingly imposed a fine of 10,000 euros for not ensuring that the car complied with the conditions of eligibility and safety during the race.
Yeah.
Daniel Ricciardo been given a drop of 3 grid positions for the next race on Miami. 2 penalty points on his license so far as his first 2 for 12-month period. And the reason why is the stewards heard from driver of car 3, Daniel Ricciardo, and the driver of car 27, Nico Hulkenberg. Again, team representatives and everything to check all this stuff out. And determined that car 3 overtook car 27 while the race was under safety car conditions. This will be the second safety car.
Yes.
Now, we mentioned earlier when he and Stroll had that wreck, that Nico Hulkenberg drove underneath Daniel Ricciardo, which is you got 2 cars in a wreck. He's able to
go past him.
Past him. Well, Daniel didn't like that idea, so under the next safety car, he decided to take his position back,
which was a no-no because
then the driver of car 3 admitted that he overtook car 27 deliberately, but he explained that he felt that he could do so because car 27 had overtaken him under safety car before on lap 28. We note that car 27 was permitted to overtake car 3 on lap 28 because of Article 55.8. There was no justifiable basis for car 3 to overtake car 27 while the race was under safety car conditions. We accordingly imposed a 10-second time penalty on car 3. As car 3 was unable to serve the penalty due to retirement, we imposed a 3-grid place penalty to car 3 for the next race in which the driver participates. So if Daniel Olsen missed Miami, right, it'd be the next time he races. So, I mean, RB, Visa Cash App, RB F1 team could technically like kick Ricardo to the curb and let Liam Lawson race the rest of the season.
Yeah, that's true.
And then whenever he comes back, Ricardo, then he would have it at that moment too. He would have to serve that penalty.
Well, yeah.
Alex Albon for Williams Racing was said that car 23, which is Alex Albon, forced car 10 off the track at turn 14. But the stewards reviewed all the information, video, and car stuff and determined that car 23 did not force car 10 off the track.
Yeah.
So that was nothing to follow up there. Car 18, Lance Stroll, he was accused of forcing car 27 off the track at turn 6. Again, after looking at everything, the stewards determined that did not happen either, so nothing happened out of that. However, we mentioned earlier the reason why he was given a 10-second penalty is because he collided with car 3 at turn 14.
Yes, he did.
And after looking at the evidence, the car in front of car 18 slowed to take the corner, and also to try to match the pace of the group of cars in front of it, car 18 then collided with car 3. We determined that car 18 ought to have anticipated the pace of the cars in front, particularly car 3 should have prepared to brake accordingly. Had it done that, it would have avoided the collision. Hence, car 18 was predominantly to blame for the collision that ultimately led to car 3 having to retire from the race.
Yeah.
And then real quick, Logan Sargent, that we mentioned earlier, that he overtook car 27, Nico Hulkenberg, while the race was under safety car. Car 27 was coming out of the pits, and car 2 was approaching on the main straight at the safety car line 2 line. Car 27 was ahead of car 2. Car 2 then overtook 27 and did not give the place back.
Yes.
Again, that was worth 10-second time penalty.
Yes, it was.
2 penalty points for a total of 8.
Wow.
He's only got 4 more to go?
4 more, and then he can't race full until
until the points come off.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So Williams might have an easy out with Logan.
Yeah, they might.
He all he's got to do is get 4 more points.
Yeah.
We're into a very young. I mean, obviously, some of these points were. I don't think these were all garnered this year. So some of them are going to come off at some point later in this year.
Yeah, they will.
But does he get the 12 before they come off?
Yeah, exactly.
And that would be something I'd have to go back and look into all the stats and whatnot and see when Logan first got his last. Got his first
penalty points. Yeah, because it have to have been before he ended. It had to have been last year.
Yeah. All right. Well, Kim, the return of F1 to China. What did you think of the race overall?
I enjoyed it, even though it was basically the same winner.
Well,
as far as them returning to China, I did miss that race. And
I miss China big time. I love driving that on
that
the
track is amazing.
Yeah.
So I did like the race. I did like the sprint weekend because yes, it kind of.
I'll give F1 the F1 group credit because especially their TV group, because obviously they run the rules feed.
Yeah.
And even though we watch it on ESPN so we can get crappie from Sky Sports.
Yeah.
The world feed was really done really well this year.
Yes, it was.
For this race.
It was.
We checked in on Max every so often. Other than that, they showed everything going on from second on back.
Yeah, they did.
And I enjoyed that.
I did too.
And I think that's what made the race a better race.
Well, yeah, because it wasn't stuck up there with we all know from race 1 to the end of the season who's going to always win anyway.
Unless he has a car,
unless
a brake stick.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, come on. So yeah, I loved it when they showed the battles going on behind him.
Yeah.
So
all right, well, I guess we ought to move into some of our so drive of the race. Who you give the drive of the race to?
Drive of the race, does that mean like, well, the drive of the race, I'm sorry, I'm going with Lewis because he qualified near the back of the pack.
He's only 2 positions from back.
Yeah, he qualified at the back of the pack and ended up coming home with points for Merck.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Fernando just because he took Lewis.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give drive of the race to Fernando because man, when he put in medium tire, I don't care if it was tire different. I mean, he made the race fun.
Yeah, he did.
You know, just like, oh my gosh, how far can you go?
Mm-hmm.
You know, how far can you get up to the front?
Yeah.
All right. Well, who are you gonna give jackass of the race to?
That would be Lance Stroll for not paying attention to his driving and knocking Ricardo up the rear end.
Yeah, you know what? Just because I'm gonna try to go different than you, I'm gonna give it to Kevin Magnussen.
Yeah.
That was a jackass move. I mean, Jesus. Yeah. He just drove it in there and just slammed poor Yuki Tsunoda.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And maybe the only, I mean, and then of course you got you can also give it to Ricardo for being for thinking that he got a place back when he didn't.
Yeah.
And you can also give it to Logan for not knowing the goddamn rules that, you know, or asking the team, hey, where was I at the safety car line?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, just because you're coming down the front straightaway at a certain speed and guy coming out of the pits, you know, so whoever gets to that line first.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and maybe, you know, and again, maybe that's something, you know, maybe the FIA could look into. Maybe they should, you know, should there be a point where they give radio the team and say, hey, your car, we're looked at video evidence, your car is behind this car.
Yeah.
Because that's what NASCAR does.
Yeah, I know they do.
So maybe that's something maybe the FIA could look into, maybe doing, you know, just saying, hey, you know, before we give a penalty, we're going to give you a chance to correct it.
Yeah, correct it. Yeah.
At least correct it on that part. At that point.
Yeah.
I mean, even on video evidence, it was fucking close.
It was very close.
But I mean, I think I hit pauses right at the perfect spot where you saw Nico.
Yeah.
Like his wing was barely across the line and Logan wasn't there yet.
Yep.
Or quite there. You know, it was just enough.
Yeah. Yep.
And then Logan went by him after they crossed the line.
Yep.
But what else got? Well, I guess, we've done drive of the race, jackass of the race, drive race from be our driver of the day anyway. Yeah. I mean, other than that, I mean, I thought it was a great race.
It was.
I mean, I enjoyed it.
I did too.
I mean,
I enjoyed.
I shouldn't have wasn't falling asleep during it.
Well,
no,
that's
it
because
kept my attention the whole friggin' race.
Well, I probably wouldn't have been falling asleep during it either if I would have just stayed up for it. Yes, or no Saturday.
No, you can't. You gotta go.
I have to be in at 7 a.m. on Sunday.
Right. All right. Well, enough of that. Go ahead and get a NASCAR. The Geico 500 at Talladega Super Speedway.
Now
in Talladega, Alabama.
Just to preface that.
Preface.
Yes, just to preface this. When they said they were going to Talladega, I was thinking, oh, great. Here we go. It's not going to be a good race. It's going to be boring as all hell.
Okay, well, this race is 188 laps to get 500 miles.
Yep.
We have 3 stages technically, but stage 1 ends at lap 60. Stage 2 ends at lap 120. And then we get the final ending at 188 unless we get a green-white checker.
Yes.
Which then we get multiple attempts of those until we get a green flag win or the leader takes the white flag.
Yeah.
Luckily, thank God we didn't get one of those.
Oh, I hate green-white checkers.
Because we would have been late on our other show today.
Yeah, we would have.
All right. Real quick, do some preferencing here. Like Kim likes to say, there was 73 lead changes between 23 leaders.
Yep.
There was 4 cautions for 21 laps. First 2 cautions were only for the stage break. So stage 1 conclusion had a caution and stage 2 conclusion had a caution. Your top 10. Let me get another screen for that. My bad. Hang on a minute.
Top 10, I know. 1 was Tyler Reddick.
No, I meant for stage.
Oh, for stages?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have it.
Okay, I know stage.
I'm not worried about it. I mean,
stage 1 was won by Cindric?
car 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stage 2 was won by, I believe, car 22.
Yeah.
And then the final stage was won by car 45.
Right. Well, we're not worried. Yeah, we only do. So, time of the race was 3 hours, 13 minutes, 29 seconds. Average speed was on 155.977 miles an hour.
Which is sad compared to a car that you can get out of a...
Margin of victory was 0.280 seconds.
Wow, close.
Yep. And there was no fail to qualifies. But at the beginning of the race, we had Kyle Larson. He had to start the rear of the field for unapproved adjustments and drive down pit road.
Yes, yeah, because he had a speeding penalty at that.
No, he didn't have it. No, right at the beginning of the race, you don't have a speeding penalty at the beginning.
Oh, yeah, unapproved adjustments.
It's all unapproved adjustments. You got to go down pit road. So he eventually went down a lap.
Yes, he did.
As the cars were all packed together, eventually caught him and put him down 1 lap.
Yeah.
Well, he got that lap back when we got the first caution flag at the end of stage 1. Now, mind you, stage 1 and stage 2, caution free.
Yes.
On lap number 134, we had car number 20, 14, 51, 71, and 12 were all in incident in turn 1.
Yes, they were.
Or turn 3, I'm sorry. And that caution only lasted for 5 laps.
Yes.
Thank goodness for this big ass track.
Oh, yeah.
And then the last caution, well, that was a Toyota mess.
I don't.
Involving, that was started at lap 157 with cars 42, 43, 23, and 11 into turn 3.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that. I guess there's another one I could open up here where we can just talk about general laps and stuff. Right?
Yeah. That was a mess because it's like, okay, why are all the Toyotas? I guess what I got the biggest bitch about is basically the manufacturers are saying, okay, we're going to pit together. We're going to do this. We're going to do that instead of letting them run their race. And so when lo and behold, the Toyotas pitted together, they came off of pit road, and sure enough, being cookie cutter cars they are, one little shuffle, one little move, one little air taken off of it, and away they go. So then that caused that shit show of an accident, which then brought out a caution and eliminated, I can't remember how many drivers that one eliminated.
What are you talking about? The Toyota one?
Yeah. I don't remember how many cars that eliminated.
Go to the race results. That'll tell me who DNF'd. 20 car was DNF'd after lap 132. So at the lap 154 was Denny Hamlin, the car 23, or 20 and 11, car 23, Bubba Wallace, and car 43, Eric Jones, which when Eric hit the wall, he was complaining of back pain.
Yes.
Want to go ahead and
okay.
Which we found out that after he got checked out of the infield care center, he did his interview, but then he kept complaining of back pain, went back to the infield care center, and NASCAR made him go to a local hospital.
I have
Kim's gonna get the report real quick.
Yeah, it's an article, so
yeah.
Just bear with me here. Okay, it says Talladega, Alabama. Eric Jones was evaluated and released from a local hospital late Sunday night after a crash during NASCAR Cup Series race at Talladega Speedway. Jones was in a group of fellow Toyota drivers when a tangle in the 2.66 mile track's third turn.
Oh, 2.66. My bad.
Yeah.
I thought it was 2.88.
Sent his
still
number.
Longest NASCAR, longest track.
Sent his number 43 Legacy Motor Club Camry nose first into the outside retaining wall, ending his race at lap 156 of 188 in Sunday's Geico 500. He finished 35th in a 38 car field.
Right.
Jones was initially evaluated and released from Talladega's infield care center. NASCAR officials said he later returned and was transported to an local hospital for further evaluation. Shortly before midnight Central Time, Legacy Motor Club confirmed Jones was released from a Birmingham hospital.
You say midnight Central?
Mm-hmm. That's what CT is, a Central Time.
This would be 1 a.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
I was just...
Yeah, I understand. Was released from a Birmingham hospital at approximately 11:30 p.m. Central Time, which would be 12:30 Eastern, and was heading home to North Carolina. The team confirmed Jones was evaluated, but no other details were made available Sunday night. I'm sore. It just really stretched it out a lot, Jones said when asked about his back after his release from the infield medical center post-crash. So it'll be a long week just trying to get recovered and get it to feeling better for the next week, but all right. More. Okay. Jones is in his fourth year of driving the number 43, which has been run under the banner of Richard Petty Motorsports, Petty GMS, and now Legacy MC.
Right. And I mean, the 43 car was originally driven by Richard Petty for a very long time. Is a famous number with the Petty family.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Oops.
Since he took the ride in 2021, the 27-year-old driver is a 3-time Cup Series winner with victories at Daytona 2018 and Darlington 2019, 2022. NASCAR officials indicate after post-race inspection that number 43 Toyota would be transported back to NASCAR's Research and Development Center for further evaluation.
Yep.
So they want to see if they can actually...
Well, they want to see what the hell caused the back pain.
Back pain, yeah.
Make sure, there's something they can't fix on the car.
Yeah.
I mean, he went pretty much head on into a damn wall.
Yeah.
And had, and Bubba was right behind him, coming up with him into that wall. So,
yeah.
It was a bad wreck.
It was a bad one. It was
not as bad as the last one.
No, the last one was horrendous.
Too bad the last one's not on here.
I know, but the thing is at least they took the white. At least the litter took the white flag. Yeah, but before.
Did you notice that as soon as they started wrecking, we stayed green all the way until?
Yeah, I noticed that.
Half the field dropped, or about 5 or 6 cars went across the start finish line. Yeah. Then they threw the yellow.
Yeah.
Like what the hell? Yeah,
NASCAR again was not on the ball.
No, I get it. It wouldn't matter anyways, but that would have at least froze the field at that moment.
Yeah, would have.
Which is what NASCAR usually does.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially when, Corey LaJoie was riding the wall on his side.
Yeah.
Being pinned by a car.
Yeah.
And then as he came across the start finish line like that.
Yeah, I know he did.
Riding across the wall like this.
Yeah.
And then finally, as the momentum died, he finished rolling on his roof and then roll over one more time to land on his wheels. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, and NASCAR never threw the caution.
No, we'd already taken the white.
the leader took the white, so the race was officially over.
The next flag, as we always say, it's either the checkered flag finishes by crossing the start finish line with the checkered flag, or the next flag finishes the race, which is always, if there's a wreck, is always a yellow flag.
Yeah, which this time it was not. Which
nope, they was say green.
Bullshit.
Anyways, I'll just go over it. So obviously Christopher Bell only made it to lap 132. He wrecked out that moment, and then, like I said, Danny Hamlin was credited with 37th place. 36 goes to Bubba Wallace. 35th, Eric Jones, and those guys all wrecked out at lap 154 wreck. Running at the end of the race, 4 laps down, was the 51 car in 34th place, Justin Haley, driving the Parts Plus Ford. They got all the information right here.
Wow.
So I'm going to go ahead and read all this for once.
Yeah.
I usually don't, but
no.
Finishing 33rd in car 42, the Advent Health Toyota, driven by John Hunter Nemechek. He was 4 laps down. Finishing 32nd, BJ McLeod, driving for Live Fast Motorsports Chevy. He was 1 lap down. 31st, 1 lap down. Well, that's kind of bullshit.
What's bullshit?
In 31st, car 34, Michael McDowell, the Love's Travel Stops Ford.
What?
1 lap down. How the hell is he 1 lap down when he yeah, because he wrecked on the last lap.
Yeah, he wrecked after the white flag.
Right.
So why the hell is he 1 lap down?
I don't know. I don't understand NASCAR scoring system. Because okay, so let's talk about that. Do you feel like Brad Keselowski did anything wrong on that wreck? So to give an idea, what happened was that they're coming out of turn 4, the 10 car driven by Noah Gragson gave Brad Keselowski gave the 6 car gave the 34 car a hell of a push out.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, at this super speed racing, we race. If you've never watched it, we really are literally bumper to bumper. It's like rush hour traffic at 200 miles an hour.
Yes.
Oh, we're not really doing 200 anymore, but anyways.
No.
Not with these shitty freaking low horsepower cars.
Yeah.
Anyways, turn the horsepower up, NASCAR.
Yeah, especially when the regular sports car is outrunning your car.
Right. I mean, we saw an ad today they did an ad on Fox today for the new Ford Mustang. It's got 650 horses.
Yeah.
In it.
And it's like, and NASCAR, you're running lower than that.
Well, I mean, the thing is, we've always put like restricted plates on these, and we've always restricted these cars, the engines.
But
but it doesn't matter. They were always running 900 horsepower.
Yeah.
Turn the shit back up, NASCAR.
Yeah, exactly.
We need it. This is what would save your short tracks and everything else.
Yeah.
If you had 900 horses, we could have actually had nice free wide racing. We probably really would have had a bigger one at the end.
Yeah, we probably would have. I mean,
if not way before.
Yeah, it's pretty sad when you can if you can afford it, go buy a Ford Mustang that travels faster than your NASCAR.
Yeah, your race car.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Brett Griffin on Door Bummer Clear last year during the Christmas episode mentioned he can go buy a pickup truck that's got more horses than more horsepower than the current Cup car.
Yeah.
Than the current Cup car.
Yeah, the current Cup car, which is a cookie cutter car,
right. Well, I mean, there was points today during the race where I'm like, this feels slow.
There was points, but
I mean, there was points where they're actually running 4 seconds slower than what they had earlier.
Yeah. Well, and then the thing is
they were saving fuel.
Yeah, they were saving.
I mean, again,
it's always been a fuel. It's always been a fuel saving race.
Back in the day, we used to run 40 cars in a single file line, running the top of the track.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's always been a fuel saving race. Just before, at one point, even when Dale Earnhardt and even Junior and all them were running, they would go back in the pack to save fuel.
Yeah, they would.
Because you only have to be half throttle.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it's always been, a fuel saving race.
It has.
This in Daytona have always been that. So, I mean, it's nothing new.
No, and
it's just the thing is now you got instead of people falling backwards to save fuel, you've got the whole field doing it.
Well, yeah, but at least the one thing and this is the reason why I said it was interesting and not boring, is the one thing I will give him is at least it was not nose to tail one line. At least they try to get 2 and 3 lines going.
Yeah, well, you can only do that when you're going slow.
I know.
You can't do that when you're at full throttle.
No, and
you can't get that third line going. No. And that's the downfall of this car.
Yeah. And why the hell NASCAR is not thinking?
Well, I think they're going. They're looking into. I think of all the stuff they're looking into, if I got it kind of right from Elton Sawyer, it seems like when he was on the NASCAR show on Sirius XM, I think horsepower is the last thing they're going to do. I think they want to try. I get it. They want to try all this other stuff first to see if they can get it fixed without adding horsepower. I get it.
You're not going to.
When it boils down to it, it ain't gonna matter what kind of tire you take. None of that's gonna matter. You need to up the horses.
You do.
Because one, you've got your supposed to be superstars. You know, Brett Griffin said it right, man. When we think, back in the day when I thought of Dale Earnhardt Sr., Bill Elliott, Bobby Allison, Richard Petty, I looked at those people as being Superman because, man, these guys could drive these fast race cars.
Well, yeah. And that is where I will disagree with a lot of people that says, oh, well, Dale Jr. could do it. Dale Earnhardt could do it.
They couldn't do it in these current cars.
No, they couldn't do it in these current cars.
Junior's even said on his podcast that he couldn't. What he used to be able to do, he would not be able to do now. Yeah.
And like I was telling you earlier, it's different generation of cars.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm sorry, but NASCAR, you screwed the car up.
Oh, yeah.
You really, really screwed the car up.
Yeah. I mean, again, I don't want, believe me, I know this has been running around on Twitter. Jeff Gluck even said he gets tweets about it. And no, do not go back to tandem racing. That shit sucked.
Yeah, it did.
I hated it.
Well, yeah.
As a long time NASCAR fan, I hated the tandem racing.
Yeah.
And that's literally where two cars go out and they are faster than the pack.
Well, yeah. No, get your shit straightened out with these cars. Turn the horsepower up, NASCAR, and you might just have a good race. Yeah. You might have one the fans may actually enjoy.
It don't matter. I mean, you're still gonna have shit races.
Well, yeah, but you're not gonna have week in and week out.
No, I mean, right. Like Bristol, Martinsville.
I mean, Bristol,
which then made Texas be a great race according to the people.
Yeah, I saw Bristol with the previous generation of cars.
You want to watch like old NASCAR races? Go on YouTube, look for NASCAR classics.
Yeah,
and they've got a lot of the older races on there. I mean, yes, 500 laps or whatnot. It is a snooze fest.
It is.
I mean, because you're racing to get. You can lose a race in the beginning, so you just stay out. You do whatever you can to survive until the end.
Yeah.
And then that's when you go for pay dirt.
Yeah.
You go for the payday.
Well, yeah.
No, we don't. We're not going for the paydays anymore.
No, we're not. It's like, okay, I'll just suck in behind you and we'll just play follow the leader.
So Brad, we're getting back to the end of this race, coming off of turn 4. Brad shoots McDowell out far.
Okay.
And then Brad's using the brake to back up into Noah Gragson. So when Gragson gets there, he hits Brad's car and Brad gets shot out of a cannon. Right. And the same thing what Brad just did to McDowell. Yeah. So Brad is following, decides he's going to go high. McDowell comes up the racetrack to block high. Brad swings back down the block to get around him below. And here comes McDowell. And as he does, I don't even think Brad touched him. I think he actually got the car loose, and then Brad touched him and shot him right in the wall.
Yeah.
Which is then what started the big one at the end of the race.
Yeah. I think, honestly, I don't think Brad did anything wrong. He helped McDowell, and then Noah Gragson was supposed to help him. Now, what McDowell did wrong he was going like
one
this.
He won too many freaking blocks.
Yeah. You cannot keep going like this up and down the race when you got two lines.
He made the Brad went up, he made the move up.
Yeah.
And Brad shot low. As he shot low, he got that little bump from Gregson. And as he did that, here comes McDowell down. But by then, Brad already got the bump, which now is shooting Brad forward faster. And by the time the McDowell gets there, again, I don't think they actually touched that moment. I don't think they did. I mean, I would have to slow down and replay it really bad to really look. Yeah. He might have touched him, but I don't think he did. I think when McDowell came down and he went to stop the car from going down, it actually fishtailed just a little bit, which is then what got Brad to hit him. You know, at that point, he hit him and then sent him right back up to the wall, which sucked.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate seeing these drivers go head on into the wall.
Well, I do too.
Even if it is at an angle, any type of angles, I hate any shots into the wall. One, because of the fact I know what happened in 2001 at the end of the Daytona 500.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's go ahead and get back into this. I don't remember the hell I left off. McDowell being 31st, one lap down.
That's I don't understand it.
Well, finishing 30th on the lead lap is number 3 car, Austin Dillon, driving the Bass Pro Shop Chevy. In 29th, you have Zane Smith driving the 71 Focus Health Chevrolet. And that was 29th. 28th, you have the number 16 car, the Wendy Chevrolet.
Now, man,
driven by.
Go ahead.
No, what?
Go ahead and say who drove that.
Shane Van Gisbergen.
That one, this was his first time on an oval.
It was his first time in a cup car on an oval.
Yeah.
He's been racing the Xfinity Series this year.
Yeah, but this is his first time in the cup car on an oval.
And I mean, there was a couple times he was up there up in the top 10 run.
Yeah, it was.
Unfortunately, every time he tried to get up there to lead the damn race, all the cup guys said, "Yeah, bye, bitch."
Yeah.
They left him alone. I mean, we talked about it earlier on yesterday's podcast, when we were talking about Gran Turismo and how the racing drivers hated the gamers coming in. Well, guess what? Honestly, it don't matter where. F1's not quite like, I don't think F1's that bad, but NASCAR, when you're a rookie, they once you get to the front, they're like done with you.
Yeah, they
don't trust you, so they'll get off you and they won't help you no more.
Yeah.
And it's just a learning curve you have to do when you're in NASCAR.
Yeah.
Finishing 27th, driving the number 8 Cheddar's Chevrolet is Kyle Busch.
He was involved in that last one too.
Yeah, but the problem is they don't say that. They just say running. The only one they put down as accident towards the end of the race was being one lap down was Michael McDowell.
Yeah, but
no one else has got accident. It says all running.
Yeah, but all of them. But he was part of that accident.
I know. Anyways,
you got Kyle.
Yeah, finished 26th in car 99. Daniel Suarez for the Tootsie Orchard Lounge Chevrolet. 25th in the 17 car, Chris Buescher driving a Fastenal Ford. 24th, car 15, Cody Ware, Jacob Construction Ford. 23rd, the number 2 car, Austin Cindric, Menards Richmond Water Heaters Ford. 22nd, car 54, Ty Gibbs, Monster Energy Toyota. Oh my God, that must have like my dad.
No, I know.
21st, the 5 car, Kyle Larson, driving the HendricksCars.com Chevrolet.
Yep.
19th, you got the 22 car, Joey Logano, driving the Shell Pennzoil Ford. And 18th, according to this running, you have the car 7, Corey LaJoy, driving the Gainbridge Chevy.
He wasn't running either.
I know. He slid across the line on the damn door.
Yeah.
17th was car 77, Carson Hosapar, driving the Ziegler Auto Group Chevrolet. 16th, you had Josh Berry driving the 4 car in the Overstock.com Ford. Car 15, you had car 15. In 15th, you had car 9, everyone the fan favorite, Chase Elliott driving the Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet.
Yeah.
In 14th, you had car 41, Ryan Priest driving the United Reynolds Ford. In 13th, you had number 1 car, Watermelon Man, Ross Chastain driving the Jockey Outdoors by Luke Bryan Chevrolet. In 11th, you had car 19, Driven by Martin Truex Jr., the Bass Pro Shops Toyota. Top 10. Yes, ma'am. She's putting her finger up to stop me.
1 minute. Yeah, he he actually did some fancy dancy driving to get out of the wreck he was almost in.
Did he?
Yeah, because he was almost in that Toyota shit too.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was almost in that Toyota wreck.
Yeah, and he did some fancy dancy.
Oh, that's what happened with Denny, because the 42 car come back down and just
Yeah.
collided Denny out. So yeah, by the time it was all done, the only Toyotas left were the 45, the 19, and 54.
Yeah, and they did some fancy driving to get out of it.
Well, Martin definitely. I mean, Martin just barely missed it.
Yeah, Martin barely missed it, and he did fancy driving to avoid it.
Well, in your top 10, in 10th place, driving the number 21 car, Harrison Burton, the Motorcraft Quick Lane Ford. In 9th place, driving the 31 car, you had Daniel Hemrick, the Circule Chevrolet.
Is it Circle or Circuit? Or Cricket?
Cirkul.
Okay, yeah, Circle.
In 8th place, driving the 38 car, the Generator Ford, Todd Gilliland. Good finish for him.
Yeah.
7th place, car 24, William Byron, driving the Liberty University Chevrolet.
They've been with him since he started NASCAR.
Here's a good one for you. How about a one-off race? Finishing 6th place, car 62, Anthony Alfredo, driving the Dude Wipes Chevrolet.
Wow.
5th place, top 5, goes to car 48 car, Alex Bowman, driving the Ally Chevrolet. 4th place, driving the 47 car, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., the Boost Thomas Philadelphia Chevrolet. Even though they don't do podiums in NASCAR, we'll act like there is a podium. In 3rd place, first on the podium, first small step on the podium, is number 10 car, Noah Gregson, driving the Overstock.com Ford.
Which was the twin to the other one.
Yep. Josh Berry car.
Yeah. Yeah, 2 sets of twins on
In
that track.
2nd, driving number 6 car, Brad Keselowski, driving the Castrol Edge Ford. And your winner, driving for
2311 with the jump man on it.
Hold on. Car 45, which was Jordan's Michael Jordan's baseball number and his return to basketball number.
Yep.
Tyler Reddick driving the Jordan brand Toyota.
Yep, jump man.
It was the first time Michael Jordan was at the track for a win by one of his cars.
Yes. Because they always tell him that every time he's at the track, he's bad luck. Well, he broke that today.
Yes, he did. And Tyler's young son will have the rest of his life a photograph of Michael Jordan holding him and talking to him and whatnot. This kid will go down, I mean, he can brag about this the rest of his life.
Yeah, he can.
and the thing is that, Tyler's probably got another 5, 6, about 10 years in him anyways. If he's there the whole time, it means this kid's really gonna get to know Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really cool, man. It was good, great win for 2311, great win for Tyler Reddick.
Yeah.
And the fact that Michael Jordan was there.
Yeah.
That was even better.
It was.
It
was.
First time Jordan's been there for a win for his team.
Yeah.
Like Kim said, they've teased him that he's bad luck for the team when he's there, but he wasn't this time.
No, in fact, he was good luck this time.
I'm sure he was probably thinking he might have been bad luck when that Toyota wreck happened on the back straight away.
I know, and Bubba was in it.
Bubba was in it. But yeah, so Kim, I guess we'll do the same thing. Drive of the race for this one. This is a little bit different kind of drive of the race, I would think, because but who are you gonna give the drive of the race to?
That's a hard one.
Oh, I already got one.
I don't have one.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to give it to Tyler Reddick. And the reason why I'm going to give it to Reddick is because when McDowell come down and started shooting back up the track,
he did fancy driving too.
No, he didn't. He just kept his goddamn foot in it.
Yeah.
He kept his foot down, mashed down on the gas, and that's how he got the lead.
Yeah.
And won that race.
Yeah. He
wasn't running up front all race. He was back and forth.
No.
I mean, there was a couple times he was up front, but most of the time he was running about mid-pack.
Yeah.
Again, true. It's Talladega. You can run mid-pack, save fuel all day, but I'm going to give it to him. And as an honorable mention, I'm also going to give it to Anthony Alfredo. What a great finish for a kid that's, like a one race off type thing, not in, in the owner points or driver points. So, just coming in and having a great day. I think it's great.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I think Anthony's actually running for the Xfinity Championship this year.
Yeah, I think so.
So for him to finish, what did I say? What was it again? P6.
6, yeah.
Position 6. That is a great finish for him and that team.
Yeah. Well, my driver event, he had a pretty good finish too, considering what happened with the Toyota shit show.
Yeah. All right. Well, since you brought the Toyota shit show, is that going to be are you going to give the shit show, the Jackass Award to the Toyota team?
Yeah, I am. Because I'm sorry, when you as a manufacturer decides to start dictating how your fucking drivers drive, and that you hold on, let me finish.
All right, fucking finish.
And you want them to pit together, and then when they pit together, the whole shit show happens? Yeah.
All right, well, let's talk about how the shit show happened. First of all, Toyota's not the only manufacturer doing this.
No, every manufacturer
Ford
in NASCAR
does it, Chevy does it. But the problem what happened to Toyota was they knew they had to keep tight. They only had seven or eight cars in that. I think 7 cars in that mix, and they had to keep tight together to keep the speed up because they were actually catching up the pack, even though they were almost a half or about 3/4 of the track behind. And what happened was they went over the tunnel there on the back straightaway, and as they did, the cars bounced, and when they bounced, that gets them uneven with each other, and that's where the wreck happened.
Yeah, that's the whole shit show.
So again, I will not say that's on Toyota because of the fact that Team Toyota, because that was not their fault. It wasn't the TRD fault. That was just the fact of over pushing.
Yeah.
I mean, after Bubba got wrecked out, I turned it over to 6 car, Brad Keselowski. Every time he would push Michael McDowell down that back straightaway, as soon as he got close to that tunnel, he would just tap his brake a little bit just to get off the car before the tunnel. So they'd hop over the,
Yeah.
I mean, literally every time they went over it, like that. I mean, like, holy shit, that's violent.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm not saying that this shit show was TRD.
You just gave a Jackass Award to TRD.
Yeah. I'm not saying that they were fully the blame for it. I understand the track, but to sit there and I mean, okay, so I'm sure at least 90% of these superstar NASCAR drivers knows there's a tunnel there. Why did not somebody say, you might want to slow up? We can keep together, but you might want to slow up because we know how these fucking cars are unstable. They've dealt with this forever.
Well, obviously, you're 90% of great drivers don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah, exactly. That's where I'm going with it. I mean, because every driver, the first fucking thing they say in post interview when they're wrecked out is how unfucking stable these cars are. Well, you know they're unfucking stable. You know there's a goddamn tunnel there. You've been racing this track all day. Why not say, okay, yes, we'll go with you, TRD, but when we get to the tunnel, why the fuck did they not slow up?
You don't have to slow up. All you gotta do is just barely tap the brakes.
Yeah.
You come apart just a little bit. All you gotta have is a little buffer to the bumper.
Yeah.
And then because you don't want to be pushing in the fucking corners.
No.
Because I don't know how many times we watched these races before where usually that's where the big one happens is in the damn corner because of the fact somebody pushes in the corner.
Yeah.
And causes it to get loose and whatnot.
Yeah.
Anyways,
and that's my reasoning behind giving them the Jackass of the race or the donkey of the race or whatever it was.
Jackass. Well, I'm gonna give my Jackass award to Kyle Larson's team.
Yeah.
Unapproved adjustments.
Well, yeah.
I mean, good Lord, sons. What the hell are you doing? I mean,
and that's the other.
Why would you go make any unapproved adjustments? I mean, I can see if those unapproved adjustments need to be made because it was a safety reason. But by then, I mean, NASCAR would would make it an approved adjustment because NASCAR would give you that as an adjustment because of that they know. But no, you go in and do unapproved adjustment. You now lost your car chief. I think it's a car chief they lost for I don't remember how many races, but he's suspended.
Four or
5 races.
4 or 5 races, yeah. And that's the other thing that I have the biggest bitch about.
Well, I mean, he's not losing Cliff Daniels.
No. I know he's not losing Cliff Daniels. That's a whole different.
His crew chief.
Yeah, that's his crew.
Well, usually when you have unapproved adjustments, that's usually who's gone.
Yeah.
But then again, are they really gone? Are the crew chiefs really gone? No, because they're back at base. They're back at like back in for Hendrick Motorsports, back at Hendrick Motorsports headquarters, talking to the car chief or whoever's acting crew chief for that weekend.
Yeah. Well, and see, that's the other
thing. That's one thing I think NASCAR needs to step in and say, enough of this bullshit, because they did do that one time.
Yeah. Well, and then the thing is the other thing that I have the biggest bitch about is every fucking team, from the top tier team to the bottom tier team, knows the rules. You are not to change certain fucking parts on this fucking cookie cutter car. Why the fuck are you doing it?
Because they wanted to drop down costs.
No, but I'm just saying, why are you sitting there doing unapproved adjustments, unapproved changes?
Well, because when
you know that NASCAR is going to eventually give you consequences for it.
It's like breaking park for May rules in F1. Unless you're doing it because it's a safety issue or something broke. I get, but this was like something to do with the fucking roof rails.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. If it's not a safety issue, why are you even pushing that fucking envelope?
Because obviously there's a fucking gray area somewhere they think they can get around.
Yeah. And with these fucking cookie cutter cars, that gray area is as thin as ice.
It's very thin. All right. Well, obviously, your opinion on the race overall.
I liked it, but it could have been better.
You liked it, but it could have been better. Well, would you like to give us a little reason why you say it could have been better?
Okay. Okay. The like part is, at least it wasn't nose to tail looking like a snake going around the track. At least they tried to get something going with the 2 and 3 lines.
Right. It was only 2 or 3. It was only 3 wide.
Yeah.
When they were going slower to save fuel. When they tried to go 3 wide at the end of the race, when everybody can go 100%, that third lane would never move.
No. And that's the thing that that's what I was going to go with. That's where I can say it could be better. NASCAR, get your shit together and let's get these cars working.
You watched during an era where that third line could come alive.
Yeah.
You're first watching a NASCAR, Daytona and Talladega, you saw that third line come alive.
Yeah, and that's what that's what I'm saying. That's where it could have been better part.
And then that's why I'm going to say flat out, this race sucked.
Yeah.
Because I'm sorry, at the moments where they're saving, running slower to save fuel, I could tell the difference in speed.
Yeah.
It looked slower than fuck on TV.
Well, yeah, it did.
I mean, even watching Bubba's in-car camera, I'm like, wow, they paint and stuff, the painted sides of the wall are not going by as fast as normal.
Well, yeah.
I've watched enough NASCAR racing that I can tell the difference in speed.
Yeah. Well, and
I'm sorry, this is boring shit.
It is, and I agree with you.
Why are you yelling all the time?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ. Do you have a monitor? Do you have a volume control?
Yes, I have a volume control.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Positive?
Okay.
Well, fuck. Damn.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I'm done.
Finish your point.
No, I'm done. I'm done.
What were you going to say?
No, I'm done.
I'm just asking you to turn your volume down.
I'm
done. Okay.
All I was doing.
You're done?
No.
I'm done.
No.
Peace out.
No. Hold on a minute.
What?
All I was going to say. Let me think here. Now I got to get my train back on the rails.
I don't have a train button.
I know you don't have a train button.
This is what happens when we're tired. What? Oh, well. Obviously, it wasn't important.
Yeah. All I was going to say was that, yeah, it could have been better in so many ways, but NASCAR is the one that needs to get their shit together.
Really, who needs to get their shit together is the fucking drivers. The drivers are always coming out of this shit saying they don't like it, they don't like it, they don't like it, I don't like it, don't like it, don't like it. Then fucking boycott it, fuckers.
Yeah, exactly.
Go on a fucking strike.
Yeah.
You go on a strike for a fucking race weekend, 2 race weekends, 3 race weekends.
4.
NASCAR will fucking listen.
Yeah, but the more you keep griping at them, it's like
NASCAR ain't gonna listen.
No.
Because all NASCAR's looking at is the TV ratings and man, they only give a fuck about ticket sales.
No, they don't.
They only look at TV ratings.
Yeah.
That's all NASCAR cares about.
Yeah.
As long as fucking Fox is getting whatever fucking millions they're getting for these fucking races.
Yeah.
It's never going to change.
No.
They're going to think they're doing something good because guess what? The casual fans will tune into Talladega. Casual fans tune into Daytona. When they see this 3 fucking wide race, and it's a great fucking race.
Yeah.
When it's not.
No, it's not.
Because guess what? We're going slow as fuck to make the 3 wide racing.
Yeah. And it's like, yeah, you're just talking to a brick wall is all the drivers are talking to.
All right, just the drivers. We hear on Door Bumper Cooler every week.
Yeah.
Freddie, TJ, and Devin Brett, are always bitching about these races. Dale Jr.'s bitching about these races.
Yeah.
Fans are bitching about these races on Twitter.
Yeah, I know.
And it's just like nobody wants to fucking do anything about it.
Yeah, it's like talking to a brick wall.
It is a brick wall. Unfortunately, until the drivers say fuck it, we're not going to race anymore.
Yeah.
We're going to go on strike.
Yeah.
Or the fans at home.
Yeah.
Stop watching.
Yeah, exactly.
Seriously, you guys want to get NASCAR's attention? Stop watching
the races.
Make the ratings go to zilch.
Yeah.
0.
Yeah.
Make it where Fox and these guys have spent billions of dollars on the last TV contract worthless.
Yeah, exactly. That's the only way you're going to get your point across.
And really, you want to send another message, and what? Screw it. Watch the Truck Series race. Yes, I know it's a shit show. But that's the drivers making a shit show.
Yeah, it is.
And watch Xfinity because I'm sorry to say it, most time Xfinity's got a better product.
Well, yeah, they do.
So, all NASCAR fans need to do, everybody just needs to say fuck it on Sunday.
Yeah.
Quit watching the Sunday races or whenever Cup is on.
Yeah.
And just watch Xfinity and Truck, and that will send a message to NASCAR.
Well, yeah.
Let's show them what product we like.
Yeah.
But no, because they get high ratings for the races week in, week out, they're
not going to do anything.
They're not going to do shit about it.
They're not.
They're going to go make a tweak here, a tweak there, but it never works.
No.
They made tweaks last year at the end of the season to the short track package. It's supposed to make short track racing better.
It still sucks.
Bristol, Martinsville, the Coliseum race. Well, Coliseum race is a fucking joke too. But we've lost our friggin' short tracks.
Yeah, we have.
Short track racing is a joke.
Yeah, it is.
It's getting to the point now where it's like, well, did we just tear up every fucking short track? Just say fuck the short track racing and go, and just tear everything else up and go mile and a half racing because that's the only good product out there now.
Yeah, that's true. That's all there is.
The mile and a half tracks are the best product.
Well, yeah.
Road courses are okay here and there, but we got way too many road courses.
They need to fucking.
I'm sorry to say it, but we need to go back to just Watkins Glen, Sonoma.
Yeah, exactly.
We need to take the Chicago Street Race. I'm sorry, but go back to Chicagoland Speedway.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a mile and a half racetrack.
Yeah.
Chicagoland Speedway was a great track.
Yeah.
It's already in the area.
Yeah.
It's over in Joliet.
Yeah.
People can go run whatever fucking deals you need to run NASCAR. If you want to get people from, the inner city of Chicago out there, then run some type of deal. Give them a reason to go.
Yeah.
Bring in somebody they know. You don't have to always bring in a fucking country artist into NASCAR.
No, you don't.
You can bring in the Post Malones. You can bring in, the Beyonces. You can bring in the friggin' Taylor Swift and people like that to get your Dr. Dre's and I don't know who the current rappers are.
I don't either.
You get your Jelly Rolls and all them in there. to put on a show after the show.
Yeah.
Have a concert after these races.
Yeah.
You know, give these people a reason to go to these races.
Well, yeah.
Because that's what Formula One does.
Yeah, I know.
You know, Formula One, I mean, I'm not saying it was in China this weekend, but most, like, when Formula One comes to Miami, because that's coming up, that's the next race.
Yeah, it is.
Miami. When they go to Austin, and even when they go to Vegas, it is a fucking show. It is a show for the whole weekend.
Yeah, it is.
You know, and Austin I don't know who they got coming in for Miami. I don't even know who they got coming in for Vegas, or either Vegas or Austin this year. But I know Austin's had some really great, and they've had a mixture of your country.
Yeah, country.
Your current country crap.
Yeah.
To your, pop.
To your rap.
Even to some rap, and even bringing in some classic rock bands.
Yeah, well, yeah, because they did last year.
Or even, I mean, the sad part is even like your 90s bands now are all classic rock.
Yeah, I know.
Classic bands.
I know.
They're no longer.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like that song 1985, I think it was by Bowling for Soup. When did Motley Crue become classic rock?
Yeah, exactly.
And that was 2000s.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, when did it become classic rock? Because it's not classic rock to me.
Yeah.
Or when did Ozzy become a fucking reality star?
Yeah.
Shit like that. But anyways, as far as this race goes, it was a snore fest.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Three Wide Racing manufactured because of, and I get Jeff Luck was like, well, when we used to ride around the wall, you're right, Jeff. When we used to ride around the wall, it was fuel saving. It's always been fuel saving. I get it, but the problem is when these guys go full bore, you're not having a Dale Earnhardt Sr. come from 18th to 1st.
No,
you're not having a Dale Jr. coming from 20th or something to 1st.
No, and that's because
you can't make the runs anymore. There's no runs to be had.
No, because
when all the cars are full throttle, it's like it's worse. It's worse than the fucking IROC series was.
Yeah, it is.
And that's part of the reason why the IROC series went away, because it got to be a snore fest.
Yeah.
The NASCAR guys were always beating all the other drivers,
Yeah.
And it was a fucking snore fest. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I stopped watching IROC races.
Yeah. Well, and it's always going to be, all the races are going to be a snooze fest with this new car. They have been since this new car was introduced.
Now the mile and a half.
Well, the mile and a half, no. But
it was funny because we went from the mile and a half sucking.
Yeah. To
where our road courses and our short tracks and our super speedways were great races.
Yeah.
To now, our mile and a halves are our best product.
Yeah. 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 And even the road course races suck.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Anyways. All right. Well, we got Miami coming up. Oh God, I didn't even look. Anyways, what's next week? We don't even know what the hell next week is for NASCAR. I got it. I'll get it right here. Cup Series schedule. There we go.
I know it's on
Dover.
Okay. Yeah.
April 28th, Dover. That's next weekend?
That's next weekend.
Jesus Christ. April's almost over.
Yep.
Anyways, we're going to Dover Motor Speedway, 400 laps, 400 miles. So 1 mile racetrack. This ought to be a snooze fest too.
Yeah.
Dover used to put on great racing.
Yeah, but again, because of the shit cars.
No, it's not because it's because of the Aero car.
Yeah, it's because the Aero car.
And Formula One comes back.
Goes to Miami and then comes back.
I know. I just gotta here we go. Miami, May 3rd through the 5th. So May 5th is the race in Miami, Florida, around the Hard Rock Stadium where the Miami Dolphins play. It will be 1 o'clock for us, a 2 o'clock. I mean, how the hell is it 1 o'clock for us and 2 o'clock track time? No, 4 o'clock track time. 4 o'clock Eastern.
Yeah, which is 3, 2,
Miami
1 here.
On May 5th. What? Oh, 11 days, yeah. 11 days and 5 minutes and counting. Or 5 hours. 11 days, 5 hours and 44 minutes.
Yeah, they usually, when they come over
is what they're saying.
Yeah. When they come over to when they come over to the United
that's
States.
actually the Grand Prix weekend.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah.
They usually take a week off to get everything over here, get the drivers and everybody over here.
Well, yeah, I mean, as far as all the other stuff, it's floating on ships.
Yeah. Hopefully the ships won't find the bridges.
Oh gosh.
And
let's not talk about that, Kim.
So
I mean, one thing, they don't have to go into Baltimore, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
That sucks what happened up there.
Well, yeah, and it's still under
our thoughts and prayers with those people, with the families of the ones that lost their lives. Anyways, Kim had to bring it up. She had to bring up the hitting bridges. Really?
Sorry.
All right. Anyways, so we're back next week at this same time, 5 a.m. Eastern, for our Dover recap.
Yeah.
Another shit show race.
Yeah, another shit show race. Yep.
I mean, literally 2 weeks. May 5th, May 6th, right? It's May 6th, Monday, right?
Yes.
Monday on May 6th, we'll be back with a double recap. I don't know where the hell we're at in NASCAR. I didn't look ahead that far ahead. I have no idea where we're going after fucking Dover.
Let me pull
either this friggin' all-star race at Northwoods. No, that'll be the end of May. Or second week, the last week of May. Second last week of May.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Come on.
Gotta be going to.
Let me hit
Richmond?
schedule.
No, we went to Richmond.
Kansas City.
We're going to Kansas Speedway.
Yeah, Kansas Speedway, Sunday, May 5th.
That's not in Kansas City.
Well, it says Kansas Speedway.
Right.
So we're going to Kansas for 400.5 miles.
Yeah.
Then
what's after that?
After that's Darlington Raceway.
Ooh, the Lady in Black.
Yep.
The track too tough to tame.
Yep. Then you're right. Sunday, May 19th is North Wilkesboro Speedway. All-Star race.
And then the Coke 600 Memorial Day weekend.
Yep.
Oh, Scott's long day of which that one there, Memorial Day weekend, me and Kim Roy talking about it more depending on her schedule.
Yes.
If she's off on Monday, Memorial Day itself, we may actually wait to do the race recap in the actual morning here.
Yeah.
So people more right around somewhere. We don't know yet. We haven't really figured it out, but we'll see.
Yeah.
But until then, oh gosh. Formula One put on a better product this weekend.
Yeah, they did. They actually did.
Even though Max ran away with it.
Yeah.
Formula One put on a better product this week.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. So next week we'll do Dover.
Yes, we will.
Dover.
Yep, and then
sing this song, dude. Every time I think of Dover, because they got that horse track there.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, did you see that? Did you see what Nicole put it in the Red 5, or not Red 5, in our Discord under NASCAR? About the Amish version of NASCAR racing is their horse and buggy.
I did not see that.
You didn't see that? Wow, I saw it today because I finally got on Discord. I don't get on it enough.
Okay, and it's under NASCAR?
Yeah, it's under the NASCAR one. It was freaking hilarious.
Someone called the Kentucky.
What?
Someone called the Kentucky Derby Amish NASCAR,
yeah.
And my day hasn't been the same.
Right, but really, when you think about it, it'd be more like the chariot races.
Yeah.
Like, because it wouldn't be the Kentucky Derby has got a jockey on a horse.
Yeah.
Where if you actually think about it with the horse and buggy style, it'd be like chariot races, which they do run those at the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah, they do. They do.
I just don't know if they hold the same on Derby weekend.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
yeah.
And no, we're not going to get. And no, we're not going to get into horse racing in this podcast.
No, Churchill. Yeah, Churchill.
Anyways,
Downs.
Dover, Delaware, Dover Downs. Might still have a horse racing track. I don't know. Anyways, they built the NASCAR track around the horse racing track.
Yes, they did.
Anyways, it's called the Monster Mile.
Yes.
It's got a really cool trophy.
It does.
I
like the trophy for that one.
I'll make sure we pull that up next week. But until next week, I am Scott.
I am Kim.
We already did a reserve. Is beginning to make up for what we missed earlier.
Yes, we did.
Last night. We are 2/3 of using views. Nicole's our other third. She is in the chat. me and Kim may be back next Sunday.
We may.
Nicole's got C2E2 next week.
Yes.
So she'll be at that.
Yes.
If we do a show, she may call in and give us an update on how it went.
Yes.
Other than that, and then from there, we'll figure out what we're doing or what we got going on. Yeah, I think we're going to take, we'll be back. We'll be back, obviously, May 5th for racing, but
yes, we will.
Until then, have a great week.
And a great weekend.
Be kind to each other so you know we both love each other.
Yes.
Dilly, do you still love me?
Yes, I still love you.
All right. Yeah, that's what happens when we're both tired. We get snappy.
Yes, we do.
Snappy.
Yes, we do.
So at that moment, we both should really I should really hit this button for both of us.
Please get your shit together.
Yeah.
Anyways, have a great week. Remember, Sidebar Cantina later tonight.
Yep.
At about 5:30 Eastern. Again, talking Light and Magic episodes 3 and 4.
Yes.
And until next week, let's just if you're driving on the highway,
be safe.
Act like you're on a NASCAR track.
Yes. Just
pass as many cars as you can.
But be safe about it.
Yes, be safe. If you want, put a helmet on.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And those of you watching at the end, after the show, after it was live, hey, thank you.
Thanks.
We appreciate every one of you. Just remember, if you have not, please hit that thumbs up, click the like, and subscribe, and click the bell to be notified when we go live and or release new videos.
Yes.
And until next time, peace.
Peace.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.